Hi, it's Miss Sherry. I'm here to tell you a little more about the Bible, and we know everything in the Bible is true. Do you remember the man Saul? He was the one who wanted to kill Christians and became a Christian when Jesus appeared to him. Saul went all around the world telling people about Jesus, and he started churches. Well, Saul, who became Paul, was put in prison for that and put in prison for his faith. And while he was there, he wrote letters. And a lot of those letters are in our Bible. One of those letters is called Colossians. Colossians has something interesting in it that tells us about how we should live. Now, I want you to imagine a pair of clothes, maybe a pair of jeans and a t-shirt. And I want you to imagine that you don't take it off for days and days and days, like a month. You wear the same clothes. You go outside and play in the mud in those clothes. You spill grape juice all down the shirt. What did those clothes look like? And what would they smell like? They'd be dirty and stinky. What would you want to do with them? You'd want to take them off and put on something new and fresh. Paul tells us that when we become Christians, we are loved for who we are. But we don't want to wear the same stinky clothes. Well, what are those stinky clothes? Those are things that are sins. Sins are things we do that hurt God. Maybe you can pause this video a second and think of what are some things that we can do that will hurt God. When you think of those things, Paul tells us that God helps us not do those things anymore. Instead, he wants us to put something on. And it's right here in chapter 3, in verse 12. It tells us some of those things to put on. It says, put on compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience, accepting one another and forgiving one another. Those are the things that Jesus wants us to wear. A heart that's like his. Remember, Jesus loves you no matter what. But if you love Jesus, you don't want to wear the same stinky clothes. You want to change them. And Paul tells us here in this verse what those things would be. Compassion, kindness, gentleness. If you want to be like Jesus, then you can pray and he will help you stop sinning and wearing the stinky, dirty clothes and put on the fresh, new clothes of his Spirit.